Okay, so about a year ago, it's been about 10 months, I made a video called I Am Not Okay, and that is my face. Oh my god. So basically, what this video was about was I got out of a toxic relationship. I did everything in the world to stay in it, and it ultimately bit me in the ass. This was me basically broken as a person, and what I want to do today is react to this because since I dropped the video, I actually haven't watched it because I thought it was super cringe. The few people that have seen it and have seen my channel have said no, you were just dropping what you felt, so it's totally okay. This video is complete cringe to me. And if you're in a toxic relationship or you're dealing with somebody who's toxic, dog, just leave. Before we start with the video, I have no hate towards anybody. I myself used to be a toxic person, so this is more or less like a growing experience for me to react to this content. If they are so toxic for you that it's hurting you mentally, just leave, because there's always going to be something better. There's always going to be someone better. It's just not really worth the trouble. It took me almost a year to get over what had happened because it was just fucking toxic. I know that I've grown as a person. What I've done in that time period was go to therapy. I started therapy in the end of March, and in 60 days of therapy, I actually broke the cycle of wanting to harm myself. And so the next thing that I'm going to work on is body image and how I see myself. Nonetheless, what I did in my time was just focus on myself. And I think that's what anybody should do if they come out of, toxic relationships or toxic people, because you end up being happier, you end up being better. And you can see it in me. You can see it right now. I'm better. I'm happier. Enough talking. Let's react to this video.
I am not okay. There has been certain events in my life recently that has really broken me as a person.
So what happened with the pink hair? And obviously I shaved my head since then. I let this person dye my hair. I had a fun time doing it. It was a unique experience. I did get called out a lot for it, but if you're not ready to express yourself, don't do anything drastic. People will look at you different because you have pink fucking hair. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's just pink hair. It's hair, dog.
I hate that I fell for this person so quickly. It's one of the worst feelings in the world.
So it's okay to fall for somebody quickly. A lot of people say it is a dumb decision, but if that's who you are as a person, it's totally fine. And I'm not just saying that because I do it or whatever. It's just how you communicate with people. It's how you love people. And if you fall for people so easily, it just says that, you're a lovable person. You have love inside of you. And that's totally fine. It's totally okay.
And they will sit there and say that they understand how you feel because they've been there, but they are still hurting you in the worst way possible. And I don't think they actually fucking care. I don't.
Okay, so with that one, they had something in their past. Obviously, they're not here anymore. They're not a part of my life, so I'm not going to discuss their information. They had something in their life, and they would kind of, I guess you would say, gaslight me, say that they've been there. And it almost made me stay. It's so hard talking about this. I don't want to say anything negative. I've been doing shit by myself, on my own. Speaking of that, you don't need people. You don't need an extra person in order to live your life. Fuck it, go do something that you want to do. I went and saw Blink-182. Speaking more on the negative stuff, I really hope that they changed and they're better.
I am broken because of what has happened. I don't feel comfortable in my own home anymore. I don't feel okay to be here. It's hard for me to sleep in my own bed. It's hard for me to come home. So I spend my time going to the park, walking for 2 hours, or I spend my time looking for friends.
Watching this almost makes me want to cry. I was legitimately broken, and I do feel bad that I made a video about this. Don't want anything negative to come out of the situation. Like, I'd rather suffer than the other person. You know, speaking more on like not feeling comfortable in my own home and stuff. If you've seen my videos lately, the few videos that I've put out since, you know, this dropped, I've changed my home. I've upgraded things. I even upgraded my car. Like, it was just a thing that I wanted to do for myself. And if you have the money to do it, and like for me, I was on a budget, so I did certain things in a different way, and it still came out the way I had imagined it in my head. If you don't feel comfortable in your own home after something tragic, change it up. You don't have to like still sit there at blank walls and stuff. You can add shit to your home. It's your home, you know? Do shit that you want to do, and you'll be happier. You'll be like, fuck, like, how did I accomplish this? How did I do this? Like, how did I get all of this stuff?
Because I don't feel comfortable in my own home. And a lot of that is because of my fault. I gave in to this person. I let you gaslight me, and I let you tell me a whole bunch of things that were lies.
So in the video, it does look like I hate, you know, this person. And at the time, like, I was not happy with the person. Ultimately, I don't hate you. Like I said, I wish for the best. I wish a happier lifestyle. One thing that I've learned on my journey of growing this year and going to therapy is, you know, we grow as people. Some people don't, and some people do. It's up to you on how to react to a situation. And it's okay to cry and be upset with the situation at hand. You know, the best way to grow as a person is letting shit go. If you don't let things go, you let that toxicity of that other person consume you. Because we're all human, you know, and part of my journey in life is to spread love and spread some sort of positivity. Sometimes I get upset, but other times I would love to have people communicate with each other, and communication is definitely lacking in society. With that being said, if you want to grow as a person, forgiveness is the first step.
It makes me look stupid. It makes me look so stupid. It makes me look dumb that I gave you so much time and attention. Like, I'm pissed.
And I did give this person a lot of time and attention. There were times where I was using my own vehicle to go see them, and I was driving like 4 hours every weekend. Even then, it was time well spent. I got to know a person. Am I going to be friends with this person? No, not because I hate them or anything like that. Just because, like, for what needs to happen for me to like overcome all of it is to, you know, do my own things.
What has happened is the worst experience I have ever had in my entire life. You give somebody your all, you do things for them, and they make you feel like your home isn't home anymore. And they tell you that it'll be okay. Work on your music, work on YouTube, do something productive. It'll be okay. It's not okay.
So with that statement, I had a lot of people asking me if I was okay and if everything was cool. And obviously, you know, nothing was okay or cool. And a lot of people were telling me that I was talented and I should sit there and work on music and make things. That response there was kind of shitty. I did end up working more on music in the long run. I have like 130 tracks just ready to be finished. And then what I ended up doing is being more productive at my job. Obviously, it was really, really hard to be more productive at my job because I was, you know, dealing with this toxic situation in my head and repeating things in my head of how everything went. But the best way to move past that was to just focus on learning new obstacles.
What's worse about it is the I'm sorries. The I'm sorry. But the actions don't speak with your words.
So with this type of situation, it always makes me think of like how toxic I used to be as a person, because I wasn't the best person to people, and that's totally okay. Whenever I watch this, it makes me think like I kind of deserve this because of how I treated people. Maybe I'm wrong. From what I know, this is just karma.
This event has made me go so insane, and I'm not with it anymore. This is going to be one of those events where it's going to be really hard to get over. And people are just like, you need to get over it. You need to get over it. You need to get over it, because I'm tired of hearing you cry about it. But why? It's going to take a minute for me to get over what the fuck happened.
And that statement there is also true. Like I said, it's almost been a year. And so it's taken me some time to get over the situation and reflect on everything and just kind of throw it out my head, you know? For the most part, that statement is kind of regretful, because I was shitting on the people that were telling me that it'll be better. It'll be all right. You know, it'll get better. Things will get better.
You took a lot of shit away from me, and I'm never going to forgive you. Ever.
That was another statement in the moment. Obviously, I have forgiven this person.
I was the dumb one to show you how much of a caring person I was.
It doesn't make you dumb to show compassion for another person. If anything, just continue to be passionate and a lovable person. Don't let it slip away from you.
Of course I'm going to be fucking mad. Of course I'm going to be mad about everything that has happened.
That's enough of that video. The ending is just cringe. There's a lot of anger and hatred. I want to be a more positive person. Reacting in that way in that time period is totally fine. If somebody did you wrong, of course you're going to react in a really negative way. I wouldn't let that hatred consume you like it did with me at the end of this video, because like, damn, I was fucked up. Being as it is, and almost a year later, I am really glad of how things have turned out. I kind of quit making content as much just because my mental health was like falling down. I had so much shit going on at work, and then, you know, this happened a few months prior to that, and so I just needed a break mentally from everything. So with that being said, if you need to take time away, that's totally fine. I encourage people to go seek help, get therapy, or go to that AA meeting, or go to, you know, rehabilitation for drugs or anything like that, because the loved ones around you want to see you better. Before I went to therapy, I had a call with my mom, and, you know, I said something has to be done or you're gonna lose your son. And it's a sad thing to talk about, but I want to be as upfront with, you know, my audience as I can be. That's true, very true. And it's not because of the situation that I was in. It was just because I didn't like the way that my life was. And if you don't like the way that your life is or was or anything like that, change it. Like I said, go seek help, and you'll figure out that life is not as bad as you present it in your head. There have been so many things that I've overcome in this year. Social anxiety, which is crazy. I still have some of it, but for the most part, I'm not really scared to go out in public anymore, which is a good thing. Another thing that I've overcome is just myself in general. I don't really see harming myself as an option these days. I would rather live than fucking die. That's just how I see things. To see myself happier now than I was almost a year ago, that's really cool. Like, it's a really unique thing to see in myself. If you happen to like my content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on what you think, and I'm out.